In the early days, the albums were largely raved about by the critics. Um, Certainly, Hello and around that time, got rave reviews, and then all of a sudden, the critics started to say, same old thing from Quo, and we were a little concerned about that, and there was a lot of criticism about the songs and stuff, and we just dismissed them as wankers. We really did. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about because we know what we're doing and this is good. If they don't like it, they're fucking wrong. And it's simple as that. But any kind of constructive criticism, we would, say, oh, hang on, he's got a point there, So it started that they were saying same old thing from Quo, so we thought, well, maybe we'll do something a little bit different. So we started to introduce, different types of songs, like a kind of country feel and stuff like that, and a few like really slow things, and then we would get, why don't Quo just stick to what they're good at? So we thought, well, we can't win. You do something different, and they say, well, why don't they do what they do? And then you do what you do, and they say, same old thing from Quo. So from that point on, I remember we talked about it and said, we'll just dismiss this, the whole lot of them, just dismiss it, and just do what we want to do, how we want to do it, and if we're happy, then fuck the rest of them, it doesn't matter.
And what about the three-chord wonders? What about that particular?
Well, in a way, it was kind of branded like a three-chord wonder band. We didn't see anything wrong with that really, because we knew that we were capable of at least 4 or 5 chords. You think I'm joking? But they are in there. But it became a kind of a cult thing, status quo, three chord wonders, and everybody kind of picked up on it. And it gives you a kind of an image, because 3 chords were cool. And I heard somebody say recently, if you played more than 3 chords, you would be in Flash. Because a lot of the time, you try telling Chuck Berry that, a lot of the time you don't need more than 3 chords, and use what you need. And a lot of our songs have lent themselves to, just needing 3 chords, albeit sometimes in different tunings and stuff like that, And I've always felt it's not about how many chords you play, it's how you play them. If you play them with conviction and it's gonna work. But you've got to mean it. And that's where I think a lot of people fall down, because everybody thinks, oh, let's play Quo, we can do Quo, because there's only 3 chords. But they try and play them, and well, why did it sound like Quo? We've got 2 tellies, it just doesn't sound like Quo. Conviction. It's got to be there, and I mean, we've been doing it for quite a while now, and we're good at it. And people who think, we can just play Quo just like that, doesn't quite work. There's more to it than that.
I read an interview quote with Francis from a very, very old NME thing from around the time, and he said, I think with Down Down as a single, it was the first one that we were actually convinced would be a major hit, even when we're in the recording studio.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can see that. I felt that about Caroline and stuff like that. I knew those, and In My Chair, I knew those songs were going to be hits. They, just as soon as you heard them, if you kind of play devil's advocate with those songs and think, well, like the time when I walked in to the studio and In My Chair was being vocalised, I just heard it and I thought, magic, and that's basically how your public are going to hear it. They're going to listen to it and go, it's magic, that song. And Caroline, and of course Down Down, I mean, you can't resist it. It's just like Paper Plane, it's irresistible. And not 4,500 times, irresistible. You can't not like it. Well, you can, but most people did, fortunately.